So Randy, we'll see how Jason responds. Nerves, an issue with him in the past. Tough split to start.
A lot of friction in the outside part of the lane all week long. This ball here does not get back to the 1-3. He needs to get the spare ball to the left side of the 2-pin, slide it over into the 10.
2-4-10, difficult split. Won't get it. Ooh. Chops the 4, and Jason Hurd has an open frame to begin play. And it's not the hole you want to dig yourself against a legend like Walter Ray Williams Jr.
And his first open in 46 frames.
Tough time for it. Walter Ray trying to become just the second ever bowler to win 40. Good start for him. He's in the pocket. Leading us, Randy, to the first Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup.
And a sweet matchup it is. Take a look at this average. The difference here, about 7 pins. But keep in mind the last 2 rounds, the round of 16 and the round of 8, Jason Hurd averaged 239.
97 in a row without an open. Deadeye. Looks good. Shreds the rack again and starts with a double. In case you're wondering about Walter Ray's new look, shaved the beard July 12th as a present to his wife, Paige, who was watching one of those new look shows, the reality shows on TV, and said, you know what? That guy on TV looks better without a beard. Maybe you would.
The Walter Ray makeover.
I like it. Oh, look out.
Uh-oh.
Too far right into the channel.
Yeah.
Well, you know, those nerves are always an issue, Randy. We talked with Jason a few moments before the show started. He appeared to be a little bit off.
Jason has struggled on television, averaging only 182 in his last 4 trips to the telecast. And that's the only thing that's holding this guy back.
Trying to shake it off now. And unfortunately for him, leaves the 4. So back-to-back open frames. Getting this far for Jason Hurd. 60-7 match play record. The average 227.91. A 6-game win over West Malott on Friday in the round of 8. Got some pretty big names en route to the TV show. Lane level look. A better pass to the pocket. Maybe that will relax Jason Hurd.
Jason Hurd second in average on the PBA Tour coming into this week. Has to learn how to bowl on television. And maybe that gutter ball helped loosen him up, because that shot there was pretty good.
Well, after the gutter ball, Jason in a big hole. 33 pins, chance for a 43-pin lead for Walter Ray. Tap number 10, and down she goes.
I like to refer to this as the old tomahawk 10. The 6-pin goes to the sidewall. Watch it just lean on the 10. And when you're on a double, that's a nice thing to have happen.
234.39 average, Randy, for Walter Ray. And a 16-7 match play record. Got by the Chief, Mike Edwards. 5 games in the round of 8 Friday. Edwards, the leader of the Tour Trials this year. Is he ever on?
Coming right at you. That ball on the second board, and that's perfect in the 1-3 pocket.
Is it because of our short 35-foot pattern the bowlers are going so far to the right here? As Hurd comes in a little bit high. Walter Ray's really flirting with that channel going for so far right there.
Well, it's because there's friction to the outside part of the lane, Dave, and Walter Ray's going to use it. Now, you saw that on that right lane, Jason Hurd's ball went into the gutter. The first time he was up, he overcompensates, doesn't want that to happen again. He misses a little bit too far to the left, and that ball goes high.
Left at 3-6. Takes care of that spare for a mark. Well, Walter Ray has the front 4. It's awfully difficult with the way he's bowling to overcome in our 1-game TV format here. You're one and done. Right to the semifinals. Wild card matches we've had in the past couple of years on our ESPN PBA shows.
Uh-oh.
Not in the pocket again.
Jason Hurd, a big, high-rev power player who likes to go left to right, and his ball reaction is not very good at all. And when you're up against a guy by the name of Walter Ray Williams Jr., who starts with the front four, and you're shooting 170, not a pretty picture.
Well, 8 and 10 up there for Jason. Difficult split to try to convert. Making his 9th career TV appearance today here in Cleveland from Titusville, Florida. This is our first semifinal. All-time winners. There's late great Earl Anthony. 41 tour titles. Forward pin there for Walter Ray.
You're asking about why Walter Ray's playing that far out. Well, here's the thing. If he gets it a pinch wide, it hooks up high like it just did there. A little bit wide of that, it's in the gutter at 0.
Flirting with danger, potentially. Perfect single pin conversion rate. Continues that. Talk to Walter Ray about trying to catch Earl Anthony. He tries as hard as he can to downplay the achievement. Says, really, that's for you guys in the media to pump up. For me, sure, it's special, but maybe not as much as the hype would lead us to believe.
Pretty humble guy. Big lead through 6 frames, Dave Ryan.
Does he ever look good? When we come back, we'll talk about some history being made here. Liz Johnson, the first ever woman to bowl in match play to national events. And the conclusion of this semifinal. It's next. Downtown Cleveland, about 15 minutes from where we are in the suburbs here in Wickliffe, Ohio, as the PBA returns to Cleveland. 32nd time overall, the first time since 1993. And right now it is all Walter Ray Williams Jr. A huge lead over Jason Hurd in the first semifinal. Welcome back, Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, our entire crew. Liz Johnson from Western New York near Buffalo made some history this week. First ever woman to compete in a national PBA event in match play. Really, Randy, a week she'll never forget.
Kudos to Liz Johnson getting to the match play portion of the tournament. She didn't get an exemption. She earned her way there, eventually losing to her good friend Brad Angelo in the first round of match play.
You know, I just had to keep plugging away. I grinded it out the last couple games, but it's really exciting knowing I was the first female to make the men's cut.
The big story, however, has to be Walter Ray Williams Jr. trying to reach the pinnacle of our sport, and that is trying to catch the late, great Earl Anthony, who has 41 career titles. Walter Ray Williams Jr. with 39, 2 wins away, and he ties that record.
And Walter Ray well on his way, convincing leads so far with Jason Hurd in the first semifinal. Oil pattern, will it benefit him? We're on the cheetah pattern. It's short, 35 feet.
Well, early on, it sure looks that way. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on the planet. The reason why, you've got only 35 feet of oil and a lot of friction to the outside part of the lane. And when you get that, that equals a lot of friction. The players are going to be throwing it real hard. Some players are going to be trying to arc it, but I think Walter Ray Williams Jr. has the inside track going straight and hard from the outside part of the lane.
To learn more information about the PBA oil patterns, head to the Tour's official website at www.pba.com. Click on the link for lane conditions, and remember, PBA.com, always your best source for all the latest news, stats, and stories surrounding the tour. Bookmark it today. And thank you, Crocodile Randy, for that breakdown on the cheetah oil pattern.
Swift and cunning like the cheetah.
Jason Hurd, huge hole. Rev rate way up there, cranking it.
Well, he's a big, like I said, high-powered player, and the only trouble that he runs into is when the lanes get a little bit tricky. And he struggled on television, mostly with his emotions and nerves.
Help on the 9 pin.
Double 6 and 7.
He's gone 128 events in singles competition without a win. Jason Hurd has had 1 career title. A doubles win in '99. We know with Johnny Petraglia. Back to Walter Ray. who won in Reno last year, ABC Masters. Oh, tap, 10. And he'll gladly take that. 16 event champions at this point of our season. 4 major champions, including Danny Wiseman, who's earned that 2-year exemption by winning the ABC Masters in Milwaukee to begin our year. And then the points list included as well. The top 4 we've seen already on TV. Brian Voss in the finals last week against the Chief Brian Himmler. Walter Ray. Blitzes the pins again.
Well, we know Walter Ray likes to play horseshoes. I think he's got a golden horseshoe somewhere. He got the left tap on the 10 the frame before, but that shot there is pured.
Has struck in 7 of 8 frames. Hurd with unusual footwork. In the pocket.
He's got that little Fred Flintstone type of approach, but the step before the last is his pivot step, and that's what gets him in front of the swing, so he can really load up and hit it.
His first ever matchup head-to-head against Walter Ray on TV. Look at that, 3 opens and 7 today. He had been red hot, 45 without an open. But keep in mind, folks, this probably will not be the last we see of Jason Hurd on TV. He's had a good start. Came in as the 10 stands, number 2 in the tour average list, over a 226 average. Behind the leader Brian Himmler at 231 into this TV show today. And a round of 8 finish last week in Chicago. Walter Ray is going to advance on the finals. Told us he bowled just in a couple of regionals in the off-season.
Walter Ray Williams Jr. on the left lane. This ball right around the second board on the right. Now look at where Jason Hurd's laying it down at, like the 23rd board, going out to that same spot down the lane. Remember, the players look for friction, for change of direction. They're both using the same spot down the lane.
Flush in the pocket again. 10 down in the pit for Walter Ray, who's off to the finals, looking for a 40th career title.
Dave Ryan, the PBA family would like to wish Hall of Famer Gary Dickinson a speedy recovery from triple bypass heart surgery, which he underwent this past week. All of our best to Gary and his family.
That's coming from all of us, partner. Walter Ray looks good here today in Cleveland. How about in St. Louis next week? Our coverage rolls on next Sunday. The tour moves to Valley Park, Missouri, near St. Louis for the BowlersParadise.com Open. PBA Bowling on ESPN Sunday at 1 Eastern. For more, log on to ESPN.com. With the spare ball, which we haven't seen very much, Walter Ray takes care of that mark and takes care of Jason Hurd. He was outstanding today. Jason, who, unfortunately for him, spent a lot of the offseason dodging hurricanes. 3 came within his radar in Titusville, Florida, near Cocoa Beach. Irene, that hurricane, did the most damage, almost $30,000 to his home. Actually knocked the diving board off of his pool into the pool. He and some buddies had to lift a palm tree out of the water of his pool. It was that bad.
Well, he was one of the lucky ones, Dave. I live in Central Florida, and if that's all the damage that he got, he was lucky.
We certainly hope Jason and his family can recover. Paige Pennington.
The beautiful Paige Pennington.
Great to see her again. And she was instrumental in Walter Ray. Shaving the beard, new haircut. Saw it on that reality show. Said, honey, I think that might look good for you. What do you think?
He looks 10 years younger.
Everyone looks great. Whoa. Walter Ray is off to the final. Lonnie Wallachek, Doug Kent are coming up next.